wanasema umeenda family planning ndio maana mimi nasikia unanimalizia nguvu zangu za kiume. So the sexual libido or the desire or the urge, they feel that it is taken away because the partner is using a contraceptive method, which is not true. That's a myth that we must demystify and debunk, because then that is very false information.
Everything is at stake.
Everything is at stake. Welcome to another exciting episode at Stake. I'll be your host for today, January, and today with me I have some amazing special guest, a professional guest with me. Perhaps they tell us their name.
Thank you, January, for having me at Stake. My name is Ombwak. I'm a clinical officer, a reproductive health specialist, currently working at Bondo Sub-County Hospital, and thank you for having me.
I'm also having my co-host with me. Perhaps they tell us.
Hello everyone, I'm Jemima. I'm a nurse by profession working for Mildmay Kenya, based at the Youth Wellness Center, where we target the young people with their sexual reproductive health.
So I know there's a lot that comes in this issue when we talk about contraceptives or contraceptions, and that's why we have a special guest with us today. We just want to know what are some of the challenges we face, what are the myths and the misconceptions. We want to know all about this. We want to know, is it safe? What is it suitable for you to do or use? So I think Dr. will take us through all that. Dr. there is a lot when it comes to contraceptions. People talk a lot about it. Maybe some people fear it. So briefly, can you take us through some of the contraception methods?
Thank you, January. The theme this year for the World Contraceptive Day globally, I think it is power to choose. We want to empower our young women and girls to be able to choose the various contraceptive methods that we have. And contraception or family planning is a branch of reproductive medicine that is also largely preventive and community-based. And for that reason, we find it as a very important aspect of reproductive health, because then it goes away in fulfilling our country's agenda on universal health coverage, particularly on the primary care network settings, because it involves prevention. And preventive medicine is the way to go. And that takes me to the various contraceptive methods that we have. As you ask, we have got long-term and short-term. And we also have temporary and permanent. We also have hormonal and non-hormonal. Then we have got various contraceptives under them.
So,
yes.
Dr. briefly, before you take us through, unajua with this current society, some of the generation, they fear, maybe the young mothers, they fear this. So generally, what's our target audience?
Our target audience are women of reproductive age, young children ranging from 15 years to about 49 years of age. And sometimes you can go younger or even beyond, depending on the needs of the population that we are serving, because we have seen teenage pregnancies to as low as 13 years in our country. So these are young girls who would otherwise have benefited from contraception. And we have also seen some mothers delivering beyond 49 years, and probably they're delivering their 10th, 11th, or 12th child. And we know with every pregnancy, it carries its own risks. So as we talk about contraceptive, we will target that age group, and sometimes younger or even beyond.
Okay. There's this issue when it comes to contraception. I think most my youths, they complain, especially when they use the hormonal contraceptives. They complain there's some of the complications like severe bleeding or no bleeding at all, or when they want to now prepare for a pregnancy, or they feel like they want to start a family, they get some challenges to conceive. How do we go about it?
Thank you, Jane. Hormonal contraceptives are designed with hormones that exist in our body, or the female body. We call them synthetic hormones like estrogen or progesterone that are naturally found within the woman's body. So the ones that are prepared, that are in the market, they mimic and are almost similar to the ones that are in the human body. And for that reason, they will act almost in a similar nature, but we will expect a few side effects. But there are also what we call adverse effects, which if somebody has, then we withdraw the method, or we don't recommend the use completely. But some of the side effects that are manageable and are acceptable with all drugs, even if you take paracetamol or even AL for malaria, for example, there are a few side effects that you're able to experience, but then you are guided that it is a matter of time, it will get better. So similar to this one, there are drugs. So because they are going to work in your hormonal system within your body, we will expect a few side effects, probably irregular bleeding. For some, they may cause even absence of the menstrual bleeding every month. Some may have intermenstrual, that is bleeding in between menses, or repeated spotting, depending on the method that is being used. But that is usually reassured, and there are various ways of managing that. All technologies and methods that have been pushed to the market, they have undergone a very serious approval, including testing by the pharmacy and the poisons board, and therefore these are safe products for use by humans. And it's not a trial, they have been used world over and for several years, and we have had very good outcomes with the methods that we have in the market.
Okay, so I want to take this question back to my host Jemima. Since you deal with the young women, and what are some of the challenges they talk about to you when it comes to contraception? Maybe it's a family challenge or the society challenge.
Okay, thank you so much, Jen. Remember, as Dr. has said, most of the contraceptive methods are the things that we are trying to interact with currently, and looking at the society where most of us come from, there are things that are associated with so many, like promiscuity. They're just associated with, people look at it as the moment you start using a family planning method, you are being questioned around you having kids in the future. How are you going to behave in the community and all that? Now, some of the challenges that I interact with when attending to the young people are especially around the question on which method is best for me. This one, I think, is taking us to eligibility of who can use which method, which I think Dr. will clarify, though as we also do the counseling about the methods, Dr. will help us clear the air so that they really have to understand that when it comes to eligibility, there are things that can be managed inwards after the method, after you've started using the method. That is when we look at the medical eligibility for somebody to use family planning, then the rest can come in after you've used the family planning. When it comes to some of the challenges with the young mothers, especially the ones that are married, you find that there's a problem with how their partners want them not to use the family planning, and also I think because of knowledge gap, the partners having information, like when somebody comes to you with no information about family planning, but they want it, then you will brief them about these are the methods we have, these are how they are going to interact with the body and all that. Then you give it. The partner will rush into choosing a method, like looking at the short term. No. They see it ni kama, let's use for example Depo stays within the body for 3 months. So they look at it, wanaangalia hiyo ya 3 months itakuwa sawa because haitamu affect sana. But you know, as a service provider, you will advise further, because you ask this person for how long they are going to want to use the method. Unapata mtu anakuambia mimi nataka kutumia Depo for 5 years. Then you try to also advise that using a short method for a longer duration of time might have some long-term side effects that daktari will also clarify. So those are the challenges that we come across with the young people. The much I know, we should also be encouraging the male involvement, which we do, but they also come with such kind of challenges, daktari.
Yeah, that takes me back to a daktari. As a male gender, what do you think is the most thing, or the fear, let me put it that way, that makes them not want to involve their partner in some of these contraceptives?
Thank you so much, Jemima and Jane. It is very, very true that if I pick from what Jane is asking, a male involvement or male partner in matters contraception, there are a lot of myths and misconceptions regarding contraceptive use, particularly among the young people and even the elderly or the old ones. One, males have got some myths that when their partners use contraceptives, then it will rob them of their sexual desire. Wanasema umeenda family planning, ndio maana mimi nasikia unanimalizia nguvu zangu za kiume. So the sexual libido or the desire or the urge, they feel that it is taken away because the partner is using a contraceptive method, which is not true. That's a myth that we must demystify and debunk, because then that is very false information. The other thing is some women will also, some other men will also complain that their partners amekuwa baridi from a method, which is not right.
And dry.
Yes, and dry. So that's a whole topic about sexual health that probably we may need to have another day to talk about issues of sexuality and sexual and reproductive health. But back to male involvement, it will be very important that males support their partners, one, in choosing a female method that is going to help them. Number two, males are also supposed to accept a method if their partner cannot withstand the side effects of other methods. For example, like Jemima was putting across the medical eligibility criteria, who can use. If I will mention just maybe as I proceed, some of the hormonal methods may not be very safe in a woman who probably have got some cardiac conditions or some other conditions like deep venous thrombosis. Those are conditions that you may not want to use hormonal methods completely. But that does not stop you from being a wife or a partner. And for that reason, if you have a husband or a partner, then your partner should be ready to take the option of either a vasectomy, that is permanent if they have achieved desired family size, or they must be willing to use the other traditional methods that most men don't like, like withdrawal, or the use of the male condom, which is very safe because then the health of the woman does not allow her to use the other hormonal contraceptives. I know they will say probably, why can't they use the coil? And maybe sometimes this woman may also not use a coil, because the coil also, there are a particular ladies who are not eligible. So male involvement will involve, apart from supporting the partner in choosing a choice, apart from supporting the partner in maintaining the choice. Maybe they have chosen the implant for 3 years and they are experiencing some spotting. Instead of the partner rushing to remove the method, the male partner can always ask the partner that we were advised that this can be experienced. Let us persevere and see how it goes. That is still male involvement. Largely in our society, it is the men who work and provide for the family. We expect male involvement even in providing transport. We have seen women or young girls who are not able to go to hospital because of distance. So if you're able to give 50 shillings or 100 shillings to facilitate their travel to go and get a contraceptive, that is equally male involvement, which is very key. So most of it is myths. And one other thing that we must talk to young people is most men believe that if a young girl is on contraceptive, then it's like a ticket to promiscuity. And they are now going to have unprotected sexual intercourse with multiple partners, because after all, they will not conceive, they will not get pregnant, and there will be no evidence, which is not true. So it's a bit of being skeptical. People just need to talk and know that contraception is not about promiscuity. It's about safety to the girl child and planning for our families. And that takes us back to the World Contraceptive Day. It is power to choose, it is freedom to plan, and choice for all. So we want women to have the freedom to plan their lives and the power to choose the method that they want, and they need to choose what they want without being forced into a specific corner about their reproductive life.
Thank you so much, Daktari. Till we meet again in another session, this is At Stake, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Everything is at stake.